What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Liv and I'm a recording artist, but I also create lots of fun, cozy content around the internet. On TikTok, @LivCharette is a gamer, and on Instagram, @LivCharette. So be sure to follow me over there for some daily cozy content, from cozy gaming to books and literally everything in between. I don't know about you, but life lately has been feeling a little bit heavy. There is a lot going on in the world, and sometimes it just feels a little too overwhelming. For me, what keeps me honestly sane in moments like this is really taking time to unplug from the internet and invest in my self-care and in cozy hobbies. Some of my favorite cozy hobbies include reading, whether it's a book, my Kindle, or listening to an audiobook. But honestly, what really helps me escape the world and just use my laser focus is, of course, cozy gaming. I thought it would be fun today to share with you some cozy games that have gotten me through it, okay? Moments in time where maybe the world has just felt a little bit too heavy to carry all on my own. Maybe it's just been a day where I've just not been feeling like myself, or it's just been a tough week. Stress is high, anxiety is high, you know the deal. We've all been there. And I feel like especially this January, I don't know about you, but it's just been a lot. Social media has been a lot, the news has been a lot, and sometimes for the sake of your own mental health, you just need to unplug for a little while. Trust me on this one, it will help. Control the things that you can control. That's something that my parents have always told me, and what I'm trying to really put into place this year, which is taking time for myself every single day. It might be different every day. It might be 5 minutes. It might be 30 minutes. It might be a whole freaking afternoon. But it's some time every day dedicated to unplugging from the internet or from the television, whatever it might be, to just have a moment for myself to breathe and escape the world. I think there's something to be said about having a routine in moments where you feel out of control, or when your anxiety, your stress is high, you're having a tough mental health time. Of course, everybody's different, but for me, this is what works. It's waking up in the morning and going to the gym, and I always feel better after I do that. It's being in control of what I put into my body, trying to nourish it as much as I can by eating healthy foods, but also, you know, balancing it out with some chocolate covered strawberries. It's also coming back, taking a shower, putting on my makeup, feeling cute. It's like I said, controlling what you can control, and those for me are things that I am able to physically have a say in when the world just feels a little bit out of my hands, a little bit too chaotic. Before we get into those cozy games that have literally changed my life, I wanted to give a shout out to our sponsor today, which is Ana Luisa Jewelry. And speaking of routine and things that make me feel kind of put together and make me feel at my best, is putting on my jewelry every day. It might sound crazy, but honestly, when I put my makeup on, a really cute outfit, and glitz it up with some of my favorite pieces, I feel so much better. I've been wearing this fun statement ring. I find it just gives me a little pop of like girl boss. A statement ring just makes me feel so cool. She sounds so uncool as she says it. I also recently got these cute earrings. They're like these little hanging gold balls that I think are just so cute. They're minimalistic, but they still pack a punch. I was also on the hunt for a new ring to go with my Aura ring, because I've been seeing these girlies stacking their rings lately on top of their Aura ring, and I'm like, I want to do that. So I got this one from Ana Luisa recently, and I am so obsessed. I think it just brings the Aura ring up a level, and it just makes it a little bit more, I don't know, girly, feminine, cute. It looks like my mom's wedding band, so it just kind of reminded me of her, so I had to get it. If you've been in the market for some new jewelry pieces, or you've been wanting to get maybe that special someone a little Valentine's Day gift, Ana Luisa is running a sale right now for 25% off some of their most loved, most popular jewelry, so definitely go check out the link in my description to learn more. All of this being said, let's get into the video. Let's talk about some cozy games that are good for anxiety, that hopefully help you have a little moment for yourself, a little moment of self-care, and hopefully help your overall mental health, because I know they have helped me a ton. I'm going to break it down into like 3 main categories, which are games with repetitive tasks, because I think there's something to be said about doing something over and over and over again that just is such brainless work that it's really relaxing. And I don't know about you, but those types of games just make me forget everything. Then we've got some meditative games. So games that are just beautiful, that take you on a journey, and they're just so graphically pleasing that it just feels like you're literally having a little meditation moment. We have those games. Then we have some of my personal go-to games, and these are games that I personally go to all the time. I mean, I go to the other ones as well in the other categories, but they might not fall into the repetitive task or the meditative category. So these are just some like general games that have helped me in my mental health journey. Starting off with games that have repetitive tasks. I've talked about this game probably a bazillion times now, whether it's been on TikTok or Instagram or also here on YouTube, but one of my go-to games period is Disney Dreamlight Valley. I'm not going to go into too much detail because, like I said, I've talked about this game ad nauseum, but please know that it is one of my absolute favorites. I think that there's something to be said about the nostalgia. You know, our villagers in this game are literally Disney characters, and for me, I have such fond memories of growing up with Disney and Disney movies that these characters just kind of give me a sense of peace when I'm just feeling a little bit overwhelmed. And of course, this game has like all of the mechanics you could ever want in a cozy game or a cozy life sim, farming sim kind of thing, farming, fishing, mining, doing quests, etc., etc. I think that no matter what mood you're in, if you're just feeling like kind of dilly-dallying and doing those repetitive tasks, you can do that. You can plant a garden, you can mine and just go around and collect things. But if you're also feeling a little bit adventurous, you can focus maybe on some of the quests as well. So I think it has a good balance depending on whatever mood you're in that day. Some honorable mentions that kind of give Disney Dreamlight Valley vibes as well are Palia and Animal Crossing. These are still like your cozy life sims. Palia is a free game, which is really fun, and you can play it online. It's a cozy MMO style game. Still has all the farming elements, the mining, fish, you know, all that stuff. And then there's, you know, the obvious Animal Crossing, which I think is just a comfort game to me personally because the stakes are so low in this game. I can just walk around my town, meet with my villagers, do some fishing, decorate some houses. It's just really relaxing. I think all of you probably know what Animal Crossing is at this point, but highly encourage you to pick this one up if you haven't yet because it's just so fun. I don't know about you guys, but this could just be a Virgo / Enneagram 1 thing, but for me, cleaning and organizing things just heals me. It does something to me. When I'm feeling a bit overwhelmed, sometimes I will clean my house. But if I've already done that, if I've already cleaned my house, then I'm gonna clean in a game. Yeah. When I'm feeling this way, oftentimes I will pick up unpacking. This game is so fun. You can play it over and over again. The game itself is only about 5 hours in length. I wish it was longer, honestly, or that they had like unpacking 10 at this point.
Game devs, anybody? Can we make at least an unpacking too?
Anyway, this game is just really mindless, really fun. Repetitive tasks of just literally opening a box, taking the item out of a box, putting it in its place. There is a little puzzle element to it, but they're pretty like obvious puzzle elements as to like where you'd put a specific item where. It's kind of common sense. I just literally zone out when I play this game. Like time stands still or flies. I don't know. I always feel better after playing this. And our last game in the sort of repetitive tasks category. There's so many amazing games, but like I said, these are kind of ones that I lean towards. And one of those games is Good Pizza, Great Pizza. I play this game, honestly, more on my iPad than I do my Switch. And what's really fun is it's free on iPad as well as on iPhone. So definitely go check it out. It's just a fun sort of repetitive game. You literally get to operate a pizza shop. You get to make up the pizzas. You got to take the orders. There's something really satisfying about this game, especially on iPad, and you have your Apple Pencil and you drag all of the ingredients onto your pizza, you bake it. I don't know what it is about this game, but I just personally find it so freaking relaxing. And if I feel like I'm a bit overwhelmed in the sense that I don't want something that is going to hurt my brain. Like I don't want to focus too much, but I kind of want a game that's more brainless or brain off. This one is perfect. Doesn't require too much thinking. It's just the right amount to keep you engaged and interested. And it's just really satisfying. If you haven't played it, highly recommend. Now for some meditative games. These are just beautiful games with amazing soundtracks or just beautiful graphic visuals that will just hopefully take you to another place take you on a journey and just keep you totally engaged. One of those games for me is a Highland song. I have such a big love for Scotland. I've been there twice in my life, have spent, I guess, a total of a month there now between my 2 trips combined. And there's something about Scotland that is just so magical and comforting to me. It feels like a home away from home, or I call it my heart home. And when I play a Highland song, I am transported back to Scotland and I immediately feel at peace. I've been savoring it because I don't want it to end, but anytime I'm needing a little pick-me-up, I will pick up a Highland song and just literally live my best life. It's a beautiful, beautiful tribute to Scotland and to the Highlands. What I love about this game is not only that it's set in the Scottish Highlands, but there's a really fun rhythmic element to it and a music element, which just kind of keeps it interesting. And the music is so beautiful. It's all kind of Celtic inspired and just, it just feels like I'm going on a magical journey when I play this game. You play as Moira, who's a young girl who's actually running away from home. And it's just such a beautiful storyline to follow. And like I said, the landscape and everything, I wish there were more games like this because I would play every single one. As somebody who has literally always dreamed of being a mermaid since she saw The Little Mermaid at the age of like 2. Okay, train. That was rude. As somebody who watched The Little Mermaid as a kid and literally wore out the VHS of that movie and then eventually had to get the DVD of it. Anyway, you get the picture. This game is called Abzu, and I think this game is just like absolutely so gorgeous. It's more of like an exploration type game. It's just absolutely stunning. I can't describe it any other way than just stunning. This game is an underwater exploration adventure where you get to play as a diver who explores the depths of the ocean, and your main task is to introduce marine animals back into areas that are void of life. It takes place in an unknown alternate world where some war or conflict has left the waters in desolate conditions. It's truly just a beautiful magical journey through the ocean, and I cannot recommend this game enough. Definitely check it out. There's something very healing about it, at least for me, and like I said, can't recommend it enough. Another genre of cozy games that I find very meditative are narrative-driven games. These are just really low stake games in general because you're doing more reading than you are doing playing sometimes, or they're more like choose your own adventure kind of games. Sometimes when I'm not in the mood, I can find these to be a little bit boring, but whenever I'm feeling stressed out or anxiety induced, these games are kind of comforting to me. They're like reading a cozy book or a cozy fantasy kind of thing. And one of those games that I really do enjoy is Coffee Talk. There's also Coffee Talk 2. And these games are just really fun because you get to run your own coffee shop. Your customers share their kind of innermost secrets sometimes, or just fun little tidbits of information while you get to make their coffee, do latte art, that kind of thing. There's just something so relaxing about this one. The pixelated graphics are really cute and very nostalgic, which again just feels like a warm hug to me. I also think that there's something to be said about VR games. If you really want to be immersed into a game and really be transported to another world, one of my absolute favorite games on VR has to be Moss and Moss 2. In this game, you get to play basically as like a giant in a way where you are guiding this tiny little mouse named Quill through the story. There's lots of fun puzzles where you have to kind of manipulate the world. I think this game series really uses VR to the max and allows you to just feel like you're literally in a fairy tale because the world is just so magical. It's like you're in an enchanted forest, you're in a castle. The setting is just so beautiful and so fun, and Quill is just the cutest little mouse. Such an amazing game, 10 out of 10, one of my favorite games of all time. And anytime that I'm feeling anxiety induced, I put on my headset and escape into the world of Moss, and I feel instantly better. Trust me, you will too. And now for my personal go-to cozy games when I am feeling like the world is just too much, all right? First, we've got some Roman Empire games, okay? Other than Disney Dreamlight Valley, of course, that is a Roman Empire, but I felt like it deserved its own little shout out. Anytime I'm feeling stressed, I love to pick up anything Mario, but in particular, a Mario Party game. My favorite Mario Party game probably ever has to be Super Mario Party Jamboree, which is the latest release. And I know it's only been out for like a couple of months at this point, but truly this game is my favorite because I just think it's a little bit more intricate. Mario Party games are a must for me, and they just make me feel so comforted. I play them by myself, honestly. A lot of people are like,
can you play Mario Party solo? I'm like, yeah, I do that all the time.
Comfort for me usually equals nostalgia. So from Mario Party games to also games like Hogwarts Legacy. I am a huge Harry Potter fan. Harry Potter was my entire childhood. Literally such a huge Harry Potter fan. It is everything to me. So playing a game like Hogwarts Legacy always makes me feel so much better. I think that the adventure aspect in this game is unmatched. I love that you get to choose your Hogwarts house. I love there's cozy elements like decorating your room of requirement. Sometimes a cathartic relief through combat. There's something about combat that sometimes does make me feel better. You know, get your anger out. And in this game, it's in the form of spells, so that's fun. And also just getting to explore the grounds of Hogwarts. I mean, is there anything better? I don't know. There's really nothing better. I wish that it existed in real life. I'm still waiting for my letter from Hogwarts. It still hasn't arrived in the mail, but hopefully one day. Still waiting. And that is a wrap. I hope these games serve as a comforting place to land after you've had a hard day, a hard week, or just are struggling with your mental health a little bit. I hope that these games are able to provide you comfort in those times and help you feel a little bit less stressed, more in control of your day, or just give you a little moment of peace throughout your day. I cannot recommend them enough, and so grateful to you guys for also being there for me and, you know, being a safe place for me to be able to share my love for cozy gaming and be there for each other in general. I think that that is so special. I think the cozy gaming community is such an amazing community. And anyway, gonna get in all of my feels, but I appreciate you guys so much. Thanks for being here. If you haven't subscribed yet, please make sure you do. Give this video a like. Appreciate you guys so much. Stay safe out there and stay cozy, and love you guys so much. See you next time. Bye.